Good game, good performance, another win, just keep going.
Oh, it's the normal, up, whole cereal, banana, and that's me, ready to rock, like everything ready in the bag.
To get off 2 goals in the first 10 minutes was good, but at the same time that probably hindered us for the rest of the first half.
I struck a lucky, to be honest. I had a dry patch, scored 2 and 2, so, well, not 2 and 2, but
yeah. You've joined us here for an exciting end of season clash against Chessington and Hook, and it is an exciting end of season clash, last game of the season, and if we win this we have spent the whole season unbeaten. Not just unbeaten, we'll have won every single game, and I've never achieved that in a Football Manager game ever, so this is super exciting. Chessington Hook are the opponents and we won the title against them, and we can wrap up an unbeaten season against them. So we just go to the fixtures. There's a few things to talk you through it. I played a whole load of games. We went to Epsom and Ewell, not Ewell. I was getting around for calling it Ewell. We went there. Rafa Romino, the guy we got from Tooting Beck, scored a penalty, and Zelko Martinovic getting not the winner, but putting the icing on the cake. And then we went to Lever Sedge in the Builder Base FA Cup quarter final, 1-2-0. Matty Soucombe got sent off after 2 minutes, and it was plain sailing for us after that. Kieran Leister and then Sylvan Ivan Blake's taking the penalty. And then we went to Farnham and we won 3-1. And again, wasn't that close. Sylvan Ivan Blake's and then Stephen Johnson equalising. And then Sylvan Ebanks Blake again, and then Jules Gabardini, and then that was it. After the 16th minute, nothing else happened. So it was crazy. Then went to Westfield and won 3-0. They got a player set off, but by that time the job was already done. Darryl Wilson, Jack Boyle and Kieran Leister. And Kieran Leister has been on absolute fire this season. It's between Wilson and Leister to become the top scorer in the league. British Airways, they actually gave us one of the hardest games of the season actually. We went 1-0 up. Sylvan Ebanks Blake, we had a couple of chances to actually take the game to us. As you can see, our ratings weren't as good for us as they normally are. Then Marvin Elliott, a player I signed just to give us a bit of cover. Jamaican, he's been about the place. In Millwall, Bristol City, Crawley, Whitelock. He's on his way down. I don't think he's going to stay with us, but look at that. 1 start, one goal, 1 player of the match. That is more than you'd expect, but as I say, he's probably not going to be with us next season. The plan is to try and bring a lot of younger players in. So, went to Farnham, a routine 2-0 win. Kieran Leister and Darryl Wilson, the 2 guys that are doing the job. And then this was a tricky game. I actually thought we weren't going to win this. James Querry and Mark Anthony Logue went 2-0 up. Then he got a player sent off. The second half they got a goal back. And then he got another player sent off. But even then, they were the team that were dominating things. And I kind of thought we're on the way down. Not on the way down, but we'd hit a slump. Just the game was won. The league was won, so we were just taking the foot off the old accelerator. Then we went to Dorking Reserves came to us and we beat them 3-1. Jack Boyle, Fraser Barlow and Darryl Wilson with the goals. They took the lead with an absolutely stunning goal, but it was routine by the end. By the 19th minute I knew the result was sussed. And then I was going to show you this one, the FA Vase semi-final, but in the end it was routine. Darryl Wilson scored 4 goals. Jack Boyle were 4-0 up, but to be honest they came back into it, and again they had numerous chances. It could have finished 6-6, could have finished 7-7, it could have been 7-2 to them, just the way the game was going. They came out, they had a go at us. And so today we're playing Chessington Hook, and then we've got a whole month to wait before we play the Builder Base FA Cup Vase final. So what I'll do is we'll show this game just to see if we can get all the wins, and then I'll show Billingham Town And if we can win these 2 games, then we'll have went the whole season unbeaten, which is ridiculous. If we just go to the competitions, just to show you, 37 wins, 92 goals. I think it's 108 goals we've scored this season, and points are 111. So the tactic isn't one about scoring hundreds of goals, but it's about dominating the game and creating chances, and we've been taking them, so we can't be too upset with ourselves. So the team pretty much picks itself. Van de Villiet in goals, Query, O'Shea, Griffin and Giles, Logue, Barlow, Boyle and Martinovic, and then Wilson and Leicester. On the bench today we have Bradley Rowland, Luke Campbell. Rowland's been a bit unlucky. He's kind of just been the second choice goalkeeper the whole time I've been here. Scott Burrell and Martins have had the rotation, but Martin's probably more than the rest of them. Luke Campbell, Jamie Gray, who is a young player that I've signed just to give us a little bit more competition up front, and he is an absolute beast. I couldn't believe that this guy wants to drop down to level 10, but absolutely wonderful. So he could be competition for Leicester and Wilson next season. And then Sol Solomon, of course, and Sean Lambert. And we're just going to go straight for it. This is how I have to admit, I have not been as nervous for the game as I have been for this one. I've never achieved the invincible season, so this is massive. My favourites go out and do it. Oh, I am absolutely nervous for this. Just checking I'm recording because I have done that before. There we are, lovely jubbly. This is it. Oh, here we go. Boyle, Giles, Logue. Chesson Hook gave us a game last time, so it's not going to be as straightforward as we're thinking. And there's Boyle, corner kick away from Osuzunu, if I'm saying that right. Martinovic to Logue to Griffin. There's Barlow. Oh, Martinovic. Oof. Yeah, I'm frightened he gets snatched in the summer. He is top quality. Is zippy. Look at that. Barlow. What a cross though. What vision. Bang. That is why Fraser Barrow's Mr. Jersey Bulls. We're going for it again. O'Shea. Oh, lovely to Leicester. And oh, that first touch. I thought he was going to take a touch and do something with it, but he didn't. He just hammered it home. And this is it. Be interesting to see how Wilson and Leicester actually manage next season when the centre back should be a little bit quicker than they are in this division. So there's Richardson, Suarez to Mulholland. Oh, and Query, the captain, away. Boyle, he's just gone himself. Oh, lovely to Martinovic. Oh, and Wilson with a header. It's 11 minutes and it's 3-0 down. I'm going to predict this now. You can write it down. You can write it in the comments. I think we're going to do 38 out of 38. Darrell Wilson. It's a competition. I think Wilson's 2 goals behind Leicester, so. And I think third place is a guy at Tooten Beck, I think, not the guy that we stole. I think he's 4th, even though he's hardly played for us. Barlow. Oh, dribbled and away. Bit greedy from Fraser. Let's praise them. We should like that. Oh, look at that. Martinovic. Thread the ball. Oh, to Leicester. That was a good option. Wilson. Oh, and there's Leicester. That's his 32nd goal of the season. That is him top scorer, surely. This is a performance. Oh, it's a good save as well. But Wilson, unselfishly, does the pass of Harry in to Martinovic. And this is what is so good about this team. There's no selfishness there. They're all for each other. 4-0 up. Wilson to Boyle. Oh, Query. Logue. I've been so impressed with Logue at that defensive midfield position. He's absolutely rock solid. There's Jay Giles, almost an ever present. He is the player that's played the most this season, it won't surprise you. Mr. Dependable. And Wilson starts his first time. But if we just laid that off, I think it would have been a goal for Leicester. Zelka and Martinovic. So what I'll do in this episode is I'll show you the players of the season and stuff, because I think that'll come because the FA Vaz is so far away. And look at all these greens. You thought, what are we going to say? Keep it going. I'd quite like to get another couple of goals. There's Boyle. Oh, he tried to curl it. There's Calmier. These guys are folding faster with a poker player. Oh, there we go. And Logue tackles Martinovic. Oh, this is the slowest dribble in the world, but he gets there. And Zippy's got pace, and Leicester, first time. Unlucky. He's a real striker, is Leicester. Marc-Anthony Logue gets his 10th yellow card of the season. That's what I like to see. Although he did get sent off against these guys in the first match. Wilson, Baker away, Boyle, Logue. Ah, Wilson. Oh, to Leicester. We're all queuing up to have a shot at it. Here he is, Boyle. Corner. Oh, come on, Query, the captain. I'd love Query to get a wee goal. Just Van der Villet's had the quietest game of the season. Change this right. There's Martinovic. He looks a bit tired. There's Logue. To Giles. To Leicester. Oh, that would have been a finish. Right, I'll make a sub in a minute. There's Suarez, acres of space. What can he do? Pass it back away. Oh, and Boyle just nips in there. Oh, Wilson, we're queuing up, but we're missing the chances. Boyle. It's Cramash. Back to Giles, to Boyle. Baker. Oh, and Barlow nips in. And clutched. Right, let's make a sub. To be honest, Darrell Wilson's not going to catch Keir Leicester now. So here comes Jamie Gray. I'll keep Keir Leicester on because he can get a hat-trick. Jack Boyle playing okay. Saul Solomon's coming on with Jack Boyle. And we might see Luke Campbell introduced in a minute. Oh, Zippy's injured. Right, where are we going? Saul Solomon's going to go where Martinovic is. James Query can play in midfield, as can Anthony Logue, but Anthony Logue's doing a job. So there's him. And then Luke Campbell's coming on. And then Luke Campbell for... That's fine. Right, let's confirm it. he can play there. We're destroying him anyway. Even if he throws a couple in, playing it right back when he's not used to it, it's no a biggie. It's Saul Solomon to Gray. We haven't seen much of Gray. Oh, and he snatches at it. Great. And it's away. This is as far as Griffin. Praise. Been a decent performance. Oh, it's ricocheting all over the place. A few nervy moments and oh, it's disallowed. Could have gave him a goal. Van der Villet claps. That was an exciting end to the game. And we are the champions. Unbeaten. Unbeaten all season. Very happy, well done. So what I'll do is I'll go skip ahead to the end of season's awards and stuff, and then I'll talk you through them, and then we'll finish the episode there, and then we'll come back for the FA Vase final, which is in a whole month's time, because nobody wants to see me clicking and clicking and clicking on and on and on, and I can't be bothered clipping a big 30 minutes of me clicking screens out of the show. Right, there we go, 114 points out of 114. I'd quite like to have got that 100 goal difference, but you know, we can't have everything. Look at this game, look. Eversley in California and British Airways, 7-4. There's a few big ones here, look, 6-3 as well. But Jamie O'Hara, but it's not that one. And a 4-4 as well, Tooting Beck v Westfield. And British Airways have finished bottom. Just Viva Porta Galactica. And then Ashell. I don't think there's relegation in this league, so I think they'll be fine. And then Jersey Bulls and Walton and Hersham go up, which is not a surprise to be honest. We knew Walton and Hersham were going to be following us up because they did have a massive lead. So there we go. He's out for 2 to 4 days, so he will be back for the FA Vase final. Leicester's been absolutely amazing, hasn't he? Praise, was superb. Received £5,000 for winning the Cherry Reds records. Not much, is it? Considering the money it's floating about English football. We've got 34 medals, so I've used 34 players this season. So Rafa Romero stands out as the player that hasn't played that many, but most of his 20 goals were for Tooting Beck. So if we just go for the goals, we've got Kieran Leister on 28 goals and Darrell Wilson on 24 goals for the season. Rafa Romero's on 30. Jack Boyle scored 12, that's not bad, and Zippy getting in 11 as well. And Fraser Barlow 7, so we've had a lot of goal scorers. Marvin Elliott obviously came in for his own one start and 1 goal. And Michael Martins, does that actually come onto his records? Does it say? Well, it does say. I didn't think goalkeepers had a bit for goals. I'm just going to have a wee check to see if that is actually a thing. Ewan van der Villet. Well, it does have goals, so there we go. I didn't know that. That must be a new bit, because they never used to. Unless we did, and I just never noticed. Saul Solomon get 4 goals. I thought you had more than that. Yeah, it's been a good season. Good season. Assist chart. Zippy on 14, Jack Boyle on 14, and Fraser Barlow on 12. If I'm going to pick player of the season, it's either going to be Kieran Leister, Darrell Wilson, Zippy, or Jack Boyle, surely. Jake Giles could be in for it as well, because he has played absolutely fantastic. But the best way to look at average rating, let's ignore Marvin Elliott. Kieran Leister's 7.72. It's going to be him or Jack Boyle, isn't it? We got £5,000 and we paid out £4,000. Right, I'll be back in a minute. This is unusual. I've never had this before. Carl Hines doesn't see himself at the minute and he wanted more games. So I asked James Querry to play. Talk to him as the captain. Normally they tell you go away, it's your job as a manager. But he did go and talk to him. and he's dropped his concern about playing time. So, good man, James Querrey, you are the man. And Giles is out. Oh, he's out for the Builder Base final against Billingham Town. That's going to be a big miss. And Mark Anthony Logue, oh, we're missing a couple of big players. Right, here we go. This is the bit we've all been looking for. So, the ball looks for opportunities with absentees. So, yeah, Jake Giles and Mark Anthony Logue are out. So, you know, that's why we signed the old guys, just to cover these key positions. And we finished the season unbeaten, which I think we would have done in real life anyway. Kieran Leicester finished as top scorer, 28 goals. Jack Boyle was arguably Jersey Bull's best performer. Well, we know that's not true. Kieran Leicester was the best performer, and Michael Martin's get 14 clean sheets, so you can't argue with that. James Querrey, Captain Magnificent, guiding the Bulls for the entire season unbeaten. You guys did it. I just sat here and just watched. End of season awards. Here we go. Kieran Leicester is the Fans Player of the Year. Darrell Wilson and Jack Boyle. Goal of the season was Darrell Wilson's against Tring. Best signing of the season, Silva and Ebanks play. Of course it was. And Young Player of the season is Fraser Barrow at 23. Is he the best young player? 23? I take it the cut-off's 23. Right, so Darrell Wilson, let's have a look at it. Best goal of the season. I'm an armchair expert, whatever that means. Elliott. Wilson goes past him. Oh, that's a good goal. That's a good goal, I have to admit. You'd expect him to run a little bit closer, but yeah, I don't know what I got the armchair expert for. So, season review. It's a memorable season for Jersey Bulls. Brilliant. So, there we go. We used 34, so we used the most players in the league, but we knew that. We've got a bigger squad, and we've got average attendance of 548. It says it's 7% full, but that's not. Right, budgets. Oh, we've got a wage budget of 5k and a transfer budget of 85,000. Oof. Right, so we want to have a meeting about the club expectations, and they want to have us in the squad. Look at that. Team leader, James Querrey, the captain, Jack Boyle. So these are all the guys you'd expect. Fantastic. Right, I am going to end it there, and we will. I'm up. Wait a minute. There's nothing exciting here, and that's all my assistant managers and stuff signing on for next season. Right, I will be back with the Builder Base FA Vaz final. Thank you so much for watching. #BackTheBulls.